Piyal sir, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I just got to introduce myself actually. I'm Tawheed Hussain from World Academy. I look after the operations. I'll give the orientation today.
I see.
And I'll give you the floor later on when I'm done with my part.
Okay.
You can carry on with the modulation explanation of that. The
Okay.
rest, the administrative part and introduction, I will do that.
Okay. No
Of
problem.
course, you can introduce yourself. I would give you the floor to introduce yourself.
But that introduction will also come after your introduction is over, right? Because
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
have a
yes.
small four-slide presentation so that
Sure,
I
sure,
will.
sure.
Okay.
Sure, definitely, I got you.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Nazmul, is my screen visible and my voice is audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, let's start. So, hi everyone. Good evening from my end. Welcome to the orientation for Professional Diploma in Total Quality Management. And we are World Academy for Research and Development. We are a UK-based organization. We are registered under as a learner provider. And we are also ISO certified. We have 4 different ISO certifications. I'm not going to go into the details, but you can see on the screen. What the impact that we have as an institution is that we are in 65 plus countries at the moment. We have over 200 plus programs from academic to certified programs. Till now, we have trained over 30,000 professionals across these countries. We have a pool of 132 plus instructors from 14 different countries. 30 plus alumni are C-suite roles in major organizations at the moment. And 95% is the completion rate in the first attempt. Moving on to why would you choose World Academy? Well, we are one of the largest professional certification institute in UK. We have our credentials accepted globally. Our fees are affordable. We also provide flexible payment plan. There's a range of programs that covers different professional areas, about 150 plus certified programs, 30 plus master's level programs, 40 plus diploma programs. We also have a very user-friendly learning management system. So anyone who is enrolling to our program will get access to this portal and they will see how easy it is to use the system. So there you will get all your materials. And also we give credential badges, and these badges are issued via credly.com. It is a concern of Pearson Education. So big companies like IBM and Adobe are using credly.com as a platform to provide their professional credentials as well. So World Academy has an arrangement with credly.com. That's how we are being also providing those badges. Now let's look into some of our global affiliations. We are an accredited institute by the NQual. It is an off-qual regulated awarding body in UK. We are approved center by Cambridge Academy of Professionals UK, approved center by ProfQual-UK, Board of Certification UK, and also an approved provider of HRCI, SHRM, and ATD. So those of you who are aware regarding the HR industry, they are well aware of these names. We have a couple of our programs academically aligned with SHRM. We are currently partnering with KPI, Institute of KPI Specialist, and Academy of Business English and Communication. We are also an accredited institute by NPMA UK. Moving on, it's good to put our vision up front. We have a mission to become the #1 professional certification institute and to have over presence in over 100 countries. So the rate we are approaching, I believe we will be achieving this goal before 2030. So let's hope for the best. Now, some of our recent activities that we have done in different countries, like in Kenya, we did a graduation ceremony. So all the professionals who were in Kenya were able to attend. Also, people outside Kenya or around the Kenyan country were able to join as well. It was followed by a global professional summit in Kenya. The same format was done for Uganda as well. We had held a very big graduation ceremony in Uganda, which was also followed by a International People Summit 2025, which had a very good response. And there's the last country that we held our graduation ceremony was in Tanzania. And this was also followed by a summit, which was called Global Professional Summit 2025. Now, the reason we all are here is because of professional diploma in total quality management, and this entire program is validated and quality assured by ProfQual-UK. This is the digital badge. This is how it will look like, which will be issued from credly.com. This is the sample certificate at your screen. On the left side, what you're seeing is the main certificate. On the right side is the transcript. So some features about this program, it's going to be a 6 months long program, and all these sessions will be on Zoom app. So whoever is going to get enrolled in this program will be added to a WhatsApp group, and they will get the Zoom link through that platform. The classes will be on Sundays from this hour, right when we have started our orientation. It's going to be the same time, same day. It's going to be from 2 p.m. GMT to 4:30 p.m. GMT. So every session will be for 2.5 hours. The books and materials will be for free, and you'll have the option to interact through learning management system. Why would you join World Academy's Professional Diploma in TQM? It's because the curriculum is mostly focused on job-oriented learning. Our trainer, Mr. Pial Aponso, is already here today, and he will be discussing the modulation part of it. So moving on, we have also focused more on competency framework. We'll have a breakdown later on. There'll be extensive practices during these sessions. There will be simulated exercises, which will be equipped with tools and formats. Of course, it is going to be a live session, as it's going to be conducted just similar to this format through Zoom. And of course, the global resource, as you know, that Mr. Piala Ponso will be our global resource for this entire program. So in a glimpse, if we have to look into the portfolio of this program, we have about 32 practical focused modules. Now we will be covering all the 32 modules in the span of 6 months. That includes 96 competencies, 96 learning objectives. About 320 guided questions will be provided throughout the session actually. So that means every module will have about 10 questions. There will be 8 class-based assignment or unit-based assignments that you need to complete, and about 16 group activities will be there. So it's a very comprehensive, very interactive sessions that you all will be going through. How is the course being administered, or how we will be managing the classes? So in total, there will be 32 modules. That means total 32 classes. Now, every session that we have, like every Sundays, there will be 2 classes, which will cover 2 hours, 30 minutes. As you can see that 32 into 1 hour, 15 minutes is actually 40 hours of training that will be provided throughout the 6 months. We will have review and question answer sessions, The class recording will be provided for the convenience, and also opportunity to attend the makeup exam is for free. So we'll talk about the makeup exam, but the makeup exam is the first attempt will be the regular attempt. So you don't have to pay for that. But even if you don't qualify in your first attempt, you can also go for a second attempt, which is also for free. So there's 2 free attempts for your examination. And the class materials are usually shared after the class is complete. Well, as you can see that class notification or exam notification will be shared through WhatsApp. We will all add you on the WhatsApp group, and any updates regarding the sessions will be notified in that group. Yes, of course, there are sometimes emergencies from the end of trainers, sometimes natural calamities. So we have to be we have to consider all these things during the session. So sometimes postpone the session might have the sequence been broken down. So you don't have to worry about that. We will try to manage the sequence as smoothly as possible so it doesn't become a problem with the flow. Class may not be conducted in sequence, as I've already said. The materials will be shared through learning management system. The WhatsApp group is only for updates. All the class materials, the reference books, recordings will be available on your learning management system. And remember, whoever will be attending the session, they should rename themselves so that we can identify, and as we will be taking your name for attendance. The assessment part, well, as you know that there are 8 different units that we will be focusing on. Mr. Priyal Aponso will be discussing all the 8 units, and they will be broken down as well. So 8 units will have 8 exams. That means each unit will have 1 exam. And how the structure of the exam will be as follows. Like there will be one part of the exam there which will have multiple choice questions. There will be 20 multiple choice questions, each 2 marks. So that makes up to 40 marks. And there will be another part, which is the written part. There will be 2 questions. Each question is 20 marks. So that's going to make up 40. In total, there will be 80 marks for each exam. A total time of 60 minutes will be provided to you. And to qualify in each exam, you need to make sure that you have 50% and above. So this is the 8 units that we are talking about, and each unit will have 1 exam. So there will be 1 exam regarding introduction to TQM. The second exam will be total planning and productivity movement, so on and so forth. Now, coming down to the assignment part, well, we have 1 pre-course assignment that you will be doing right after this orientation is done. So you'll have access to that. It's just for learning purpose, so you guys don't have to be alarmed about it. It's just that we want to know at what stage you are in. So it is only for learning purpose. It's not counted in the marking system. Then you will come through the 8 unit-wise assignments. So as these live sessions are being conducted, you will have these units. So once the unit is covered, we will have the assignment available on the portal. Each assignment is 20 marks, and you have to make sure that you qualify in each of the assignment with 50 and above mark. Then we have the final capstone project, which will come at the end of the term. That means when you are covered, when you have completed all the sessions, when you have completed all the assignments, then the exams, then at the end, you'll have the capstone project, which weighs about 300 marks. And you have to make sure that you qualify with 50% and above. Please make sure that you are not doing the plagiarism or using AI for your assignment, as we will be checking your assignment through softwares. And if any assignment has been found to have more than 25% of plagiarism or AI detection, they have to go for resubmission. So please keep in mind when you are submitting your capstone project. So this is the framework. Sorry. So this is the framework that would give you an idea of how the marking system would be. As I've said, that pre-course assignment in the beginning is only for learning purpose. So there is no marks allocated over here. Unit-wise assignment, there are 8 units, so 8 assignments. Each is 20 marks, 160. Need to qualify in each of the unit-wise assignment with 50 and above. Similarly, the capstone project, there is one capstone project. It weighs about 300. Qualifying mark is 50 and above. And unit-wise exam, which includes the multiple choice questions and the written type, there are 8. Each is 80 marks, so total 640. And to qualify, you have to score 50 and above in every exams. I hope this picture or the screen that you're seeing is very clear. Now, the course assessment part is, this would be the grading system. Anything less than 50 would be considered as fail. After anything above 50 would be C. 55 and above will be B plus, B minus, 60, B, and 65 is B plus. So this goes on. 80 and above is an A plus. The certification, well, upon completion, that means when you are done with all the assessment areas, that includes your assignments, exams, capstone projects, and the grades have been published. The day that grade has been published, from then on, 5 to 7 working days would require to issue the electronic version of the certificate. And also, we'll try to issue the digital badge as well. So this would take about 5 to 7 working days. Please be aware of it. You have to ensure that you have qualified in all the areas. If you have missed any exams, you have to make sure that you are attending those exams. If you haven't qualified in any exam, make sure that you are attending the makeup exam. All schedules will be provided in the WhatsApp group. So please be aware of the WhatsApp group, as the updates will be coming in thoroughly. So this goes about the electronic certificate and digital badge. And the printed certificate, well, World Academy usually distributes the certificates 4 times a year. So hopefully whichever slot is nearest to the completion of this batch, we will be distributing the certificate through that slot. So this is the course overview. Just I'm going to go quickly on this. We have the phase 1, which is the pre-course assignment. After this orientation, you can do the pre-course assignment. Then gradually we will be announcing the sessions. You will be attending those sessions, submit the in-course activities, do the module-wise exams. Then you have your final assessment, which includes the capstone project. Then on the final phase is the digital badges or e-certificates and printed certificates. So this is the flow for the course. Now, I would like to thank, from my part, I will give this platform to Mr. Pierre Laponso to continue discussing about the modulation part. Sir, are you here with me? Yes. I've stopped sharing my screen. You can continue, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Covid. I'm glad that we commence this TQM program from today onwards. First of all, let me give a brief introduction about myself. So basically, I have been in the industry for about more than 30 years related to operational management, including production, quality, and other aspects of operation in a manufacturing setup predominantly. I have covered fairly extensive industries like electrical, electronics, then apparel sector, printing, chemical, plastics, and ITC, to name few industries that I have worked during my 32 years of experience. Before retirement, I worked for a company called Innovat Polymer Lanka, which is a Japanese multinational company. They produce the polyurethane foam sheet for particularly bra industry. Then before that I worked for Acme Printing and Packaging, which is a public quoted company in Sri Lanka. It manufactures flexible packaging for various printing purposes. So there I worked as a chief operating officer. Then I worked for about another 5 years as a chief operating officer in electronics and electrical product and lighting accessories and a business process outsourcing project in Sri Lanka, which is called Orange Electric. And prior to that, I worked for one of the leading multinational established in Sri Lanka as a quality manager and a general manager business solutions. It's an apparel company. You're part of the Sara Lee and Clothwool Textile in the UK, producing garments for uh, export market, particularly Marks and Spencer. So during these 32 years, my core competence is supporting the companies for turnarounding enterprises. So then the process management is a part and parcel of the turnarounding projects. Then adopting international standards and the strategic or corporate planning as a preamble to run the company. Then I worked as a trainer for corporate sector, particularly in the area of productivity, quality management, health and safety, change management, and international standards. I cover many international standards. And apart from that, uh, I worked as a National Quality Award examiner in Sri Lanka as well as in the Asia Pacific Business Excellence Award. Then I work on quality circle implementation activities and then the ISO audits, internal audits and external audits. Advantage I have is I have been trained in Japan a couple of times on total quality management, the total production systems they call TPS, and then the company wide problem solving. So those are the key ones I followed. Apart from there are many other courses in different areas, cleaner production, uh, ITC, and so on. So some of the standards that I have implemented and doing the consultancy and sometimes on the external auditing also, ISO 9001, EMS, ISO 14001, the medical devices, dedicated standard called 13485, then the education institution 21,000, and food safety management 22,000, information security management 27,000, occupational health and safety 45,000, and 50,001 is the energy management system. So I have worked with so many clients in Sri Lanka, and I worked with the Indonesian company Siluveta, and some of the Bangladesh companies also. So I have some bit of academic background also. So I have presented a paper in 2015 on sustainability leadership in corporate world, the Open University Malaysia. Then energy policy and the role of organization leaders adopting sustainability strategies in energy management symposium in Sri Lanka. Then I did another paper based on the Malcolm Baldrige quality model, how it can be used for restructuring business processes using lean manufacturing, adopting human and technical for productivity enhancement in manufacturing sector, and then the mechatronic application in Sri Lanka presented in Japan. So that's the basic background. So I have earned my master's in business management from Postgraduate Institute of Management in Sri Lanka as a part of affiliation to uh, then I have obtained a science degree from with chemistry, physics, and mathematics for that. So that's briefly about my background. So let's now focus on the professional diploma in total quality management program, which you are brief at the beginning of this session. As you know, the professional diploma in total quality management is a comprehensive program designed to equip with professionals with knowledge, skills necessary to implement and manage QMS in their organization. That's the fundamental uh, objective of this program. This course covered essentially the principles of TQM, Lean Six Sigma, lean methodologies, quality planning and quality auditing techniques will be part of the program. Then participants will have the opportunity to get a deeper understanding about the QMS, process improvement, waste reduction, performance enhancement. So whatever we discuss in this one, you can ask questions and you can get a practical exposure how those principles can be applied in your organization to get a better results. Program integrates both theoretical and practical knowledge, enabling any learners to drive continuous improvement and align quality initiative with the business objective. So no longer quality management is not a functional area. It is a part of the strategic business goals. So without the quality management system in place, it's very difficult organization to achieve the business goals. So it has become a strategic tool by now. So modern ideas of TQM is fundamental principle is customer driven quality. The modern TQM begins with a deeper understanding of the customer needs. We use the term voice of customers, their emotional expectation and experience throughout the entire journey. Quality is defined by the customer, not by the company. So that is one of the key principles we use in TQM. In order to achieve to make your customer beyond the expectation, you need to have a continuous improvement culture. So instead of occasional improvements here and there by way of having a suggestion schemes, organization need to be trained how to build a culture, the quality culture for every employee to identify issues, suggest solutions, improve the processes every day. This is a Kaizen thinking. So this, if you can adopt this culture, your employees will not only involve in the quality management, but they will engage with their not only physical efforts, but about their mental support also. And nowadays, the data-driven decision making has become paramount important because there are many tools to capture the data. So taking the data-driven decisions and filtering what is required, what is not required is a key challenge. So all the decisions should be based on the analytics, performance indicators, dashboards, statistical tools, rather than intuition and gut feeling. So methods like Six Sigma, statistical process control, and calculating the process capability are some of the tools that can be used to reduce or at least remove the variation, or if not at least reduce the variation. Then TQM has become a process excellence and flow efficiency improvement tool. Focus is placed on improving the whole process, not just solving the isolated problems. There will be a big difference between the problem solving and risk management. So we try to adopt the risk management techniques rather than solving the isolated problems. So lean principles, waste elimination helps processes to flow smoothly end to end. Then We have to learn the art of how you empower the employees to encourage them, get their involvement, engagement through quality circles, suggestion schemes, cross-functional teams, problem-solving teams. Employee becomes owners of quality. Some companies has go to the extent of there is no quality as a department. They have inbuilt quality into their processes. So everybody is the responsible for quality maintenance rather than separate army of people to manage the quality. So the all leadership commitment is a must to achieve this kind of a cultural change. So leadership tests the tones for the modeling the quality behavior, promoting the transparency and driving the improvement projects. So they do have to be a part and parcel of driving the projects by way of becoming facilitators, providing the resources, and teaching them how the principles, theoretical frameworks can be used for practical application. So thereby quality becomes a strategic priority led by the top management. So that is why it is on the corporate agenda as a strategic tool. So then we know nowadays organizations have obtained a lot of ISO international standards, 9001, 14001, 45000, and other many standards. However, those standards have also been designed by now using some TQM principles. So we are trying to integrate all of those systems into one single strategic framework and to drive the reduction of duplication and improve the effectiveness of your processes. So in that process, the digital transformation in quality is important. So you can use the automated dashboards. When the informations are collected, automatically it is captured to the palm tops or whatever the computer terminals, tablets, and then those will be displayed on these dashboards. So IoT based real-time monitoring is a must now. The time has gone past, calculating the using Excel based, data collections analyzing. So AI supported defect detentions are also being applied by now, depending on the investments companies make. Then digital audits can be done when you use the data-driven approaches through digital applications. You need to have a digital practices in your business. Your information need to be protected. You have to be protect your system from cyber security attacks. And there are many things we can discuss during our sessions to come. Paperless QMS platform. Generally, when you have a system like ISO 9001, the tendency is to develop, raise so much of documents, and it is a complete misuse of principles in paperless management. So then we have to look at the customer experiences and service quality. Now TQM goes beyond the products and it moving into the service quality, emotional satisfaction, brand trust. We look at a model like SRVQAL, it is to monitor the service quality. So there could be some participants representing the service sector. So we can discuss those things also in time to come. Fundamentally, the best principle I have come across in the modern TQM principles is risk-based thinking. Instead of reacting to problems, modern TQM tools like at risk early prevent the failures and build resilience. Curing is better than, so prevention is better than cure. So the risk-based thinking being built up based on those principles. So with that one, we're trying to elaborate the objective of the course. One is understanding of the core concepts and methodologies in TQM. Secondly, they develop and implement the strategic quality planning and productivity improvement. I told you the quality can be used as a strategic tool. So we have to plan out how this can be used in your strategic planning process. Then of course tools like Six Sigma, Lean principles can use to enhance your quality aspects and reduce your waste. So thereby reduce your cost, and thereby you can reduce your or improve your customer satisfaction. So design and implement the QMS is a key objective. So you should have a clear idea how you can design and implement the quality. Then conduct the internal audits and develop a participative audit framework. Enhance the quality culture and leadership for TQM. The quality culture is important. Then use the root cause analysis and quality engineering tools to solve problems. So some of the engineering tools will be covering under Six Sigma also. So foster continuous improvement using 5S and lean methodologies. So align quality initiative with organizational objectives. And finally, they improve the customer satisfaction through quality-driven service delivery. Actually speaking, it is now going beyond the satisfaction. It is giving the customer wow effect. So it's a service mindset that makes the customer getting unexpected results from you as a client. So during after the course, we are trying to see whether you all can develop and implement a TQM in your own company. We'll build up action plan, a generic action plan, how that can be done, and use some Six Sigma tools, lean tools for process improvement and waste reduction. Then establish and manage QMS, internal and external audits effectively, organization performance through strategic quality improvement. So we will use the KPI as a tool to identify the business performance related to the quality and setting up the quality objectives, quality plans, and so on. Develop a participative quality audit framework as we discussed, enhance quality culture, and foster employee involvement. Optimize customer satisfaction through quality service delivery. Then finally, you identify the causes and identify the root causes to eliminate the quality issues. Thereby, you adopt the principle of continuous improvements for sustainability in quality management. So those are the key outcomes we intend to obtain. So this whole diploma is covering those aspects under these 8 modules. We'll have an introduction to TQM, then we'll have another unit on quality planning and productivity improvement. Thirdly, we'll discuss about the Six Sigma QMS, and then the lean and 5S practices for quality management. Then we'll discuss about the quality systems, how systematic approaches can be used. We know that we have a natural systems like, we get a water cycle, then you have a universe, and those systems are working perfectly and nobody is there to maintain, because those are working. If you not disturb those such systems, those things will work perfectly. So if a company can adopt the same principle and try to develop the QMS to make it more autopilot mode, so that is the main objective of developing a QMS. So that can be viewed the progress of the engineering tools to improve that, and finally you will achieve the process improvement in quality. So in the first unit 1, we'll discuss about the fundamental of QMS, then the methods, how QMS can be used. We look for different TQM methods and how quality culture is created inside the organization. Then organization leadership also is a major focus, because without a leadership support, TQM cannot be a successful story. By end of this unit, you should really understand the principles of TQM and how leadership drives the quality management performance. So that's the key objectives by end of the lectures, covering 2 modules it was explained at the beginning. So We, we explain how organizations plan quality strategically instead of reaching to the, reacting to the problems. So we are trying to turn your companies from reactive mode to more preventive mode, right? And how you do that? You have to look at the human resource development to support the quality planning and how quality directly impacts the productivity. And then you have to measure the quality cost and do the benchmarking and keep on improving, right? So goal of this unit is to develop help quality plans to align with business objectives. That's number one. Second one is you will learn how quality planning tools help productivity improvements. We also understand the quality costing and benchmarking, which help the organization to evaluate performance and identify improvement opportunities as a second objective of this unit. Then moving on to Six Sigma. So basically, Six Sigma is used, why it is used, and how to reduce defects and variation will be discussed in this session. We will also discuss the reliability concepts and how Six Sigma supports the consistent performance. Okay, by way of identifying the root causes and support the problem solving methodology and solve problems for a longer term benefits. So by end of this unit 3, you will understand the core concepts and tools used in Six Sigma. Then you will be able to conduct the root cause analysis to identify real reasons behind quality issues. Final objective is to learn how Six Sigma quality engineering methods improve processes and reduce waste. So that is how the third module being structured. Then moving on to the fourth unit, it's a lean and 5S practices for quality improvement. So we will try to focus on this lean and 5S. So lean helps organization to remove the waste, as you know, improve the flow, and while 5S focuses on the workplace organization and discipline, you get the people involved in the cultural change. So 5S is a comparatively simpler form. People can understand. When you implement the 5S, you can easily grab their attention, the employees. So we will learn how to use those few tools like spaghetti diagram, and some of the lean tools will be discussed in this one. So the main objective of this session is to help and apply the lean methods for waste reduction. So definitely you can easily come up with a project in your course how to reduce the waste and what is the results you achieved during the 6 months. Then we will discuss about the 5S principles, which is very much common knowledge by now, but we can discuss what problems you have come across when it comes to implementing 5S principles in your workplaces. And if the companies have not implemented, we will guide you how to implement the 5S. We'll use a spaghetti diagram for process analysis and improvement to cover in the lean and 5S module unit. Then we have to discuss about the quality system. This is how we will discuss what a QMS is all about and why organization need a structured system to manage the quality. So we will discuss how to implement a quality management or QMS and how can international standards be used in order to develop a quality. Some of your companies may be already certified for QMS, but effectiveness of the QMS by way of right implementation can be discussed. And then we will see how to establish and implement the QMS as a key objectives and ensure compliance with international standards and you will have third-party auditors visit your site and obtain the certificates. Develop a systematic approach to quality management system. So we'll see how international standards can be used to handle this area. We have another module as quality auditing. So we'll discuss about how the internal auditing can be practiced in your business environment, and then we will discuss how to conduct the internal audits and how participative audits involve employees to instead of creating a new team, right? So we will also talk about how to survive uh, audits by understanding their purpose and preparing the systems framework, right? So this is about the quality auditing. So you may have some experiences in quality auditing already in your organization. Then in the unit 7, we will discuss introduce the quality engineering techniques. We will explain how engineering principles support the quality management system, and particularly in the context of TPA. We will discuss the quality control and quality assurance and what is the difference between the two, and what percentage a company can adopt quality control and quality assurance in a TQM setup. We will discuss uh, how these can be used together in order to get the most optimum results. So understand the principles of quality engineering, develop the quality control and assurance processes, optimize the performance through quality engineering techniques is the key scope of this part of the assignment. Then we are moving into the last unit of the diploma course, and this final focus is for the process improvement. Once you have gone through the first 7 modules, you will see enough. And so we bring everything together, how to improve the processes using data-driven approach. Okay. Some companies may already have the system in place to collect the data, some may not. So we'll see how each other's experiences sharing on a common platform and try to help each other to develop uh, process-driven approaches. Then key objective of this session is to develop and implement the process improvement initiatives, and then use the data-driven tools for continual improvement. And finally, thereby you can develop a culture of innovation and quality enhancement in your businesses. So those are the key guidelines I can provide you at the induction program of this total quality management diploma. So I hope you got some good understanding. So we can discuss those things later on when you meet individually.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the description of the modulations. So I would like to request everyone if
I
they have, yeah,
can't hear
hello.
you.
Is that okay now?
Yeah, I can't hear you that much. A little bit improved.
Okay, okay. I'll try to speak a bit louder. Thank you, sir, for the
Okay.
overview of the modulation. I believe it was a very
Yes.
elaborated part of the modules, and I would like to take some questions. So we can take questions in two parts. Some first part can be the questions related to the modulation. If you have any questions, if anyone wants to ask any questions regarding the content of the program, you have the platform. You can raise your hand. Yes. Anyone would like to raise their hand and ask questions to Mr. Pialaponso?
Yes, question.
Yes, Mr. Brian, please go ahead.
Thank you for the presentation. I've seen the content is so good and productive. But I have a question like 2 or 3. The first one is all about, as we have seen the content, what can happen if someone missed a course for the problem caused by the problem of network?
I think I can answer that. Well, if you are missing or there's a network issue, you may have the recording of the session, so you can actually go back and watch it. The recording will be available on the learning management system. And your second question, please.
The second question, maybe it is general. I want to know the recognition of the certificate, which is awarded by World Academy UK.
Okay, so basically you need to understand that World Academy is doing all the arrangements for this program. So they're going to conduct or arrange the classes, they're going to maintain the portal, upload all the administrative activities, conduct the exams, and the final certification will be ProfQual. It is a UK-based institution that will be issuing the certificates after your successful completion. Till now, we haven't received any complaints about the acceptance, but of course, do check with your local authorities if you want to. But we assure you that this is globally accepted, and so far it is being, we don't have any complaints regarding that. I hope that answers your question. Sorry.
Yeah, the last question.
Yes, please.
Where can we as a student or as a learner, where can we report when we come across some challenge? Where can I report?
What sort of report? That would definitely be the question. If you have any technical issues, like you're not able to access your learning management system, probably you can be contacting us to the customer service department, and we will be definitely addressing that. If you have any questions related to the module, you always have Mr. Pia Laponso attending the next sessions. You can probably bring up that topic quick. We don't want to overlap or consume too much time with other questions. It's better to ask the questions during the session. If you have any questions that came up later on, probably you can ask in the next session, but make sure that it doesn't consume too much of time for that. I hope that clarifies your question.
Okay.
Great.
Yes,
thank you. Yes, Malata, you can proceed with your question, please. You raise your hand.
Thank you, and thank you for the good presentation. I think we've seen the overall or the overview of the course. My question is based on I would like to know the difference between the total quality management course and the Lean Six Sigma, because I've noticed that Lean Six Sigma is also based on I'm sure it also tackles the issues to do with continuous improvement and waste reduction. But I've noticed that the total quality management course, probably it's a compound of these tools like Lean Six Sigma and quality management systems and the Kaizen. So I want to know the difference between Lean Six Sigma and this one.
This is where your expertise would come in.
Yes. So during these sessions, we will cover some of the tools used in the in Six Sigma and Lean principles to solve the process improvement issues. So TQM will discuss more of a strategic tool, and operational management side we will use Lean Six Sigma and Six Sigma tools so in order to drive the process improvement. Okay. But there are quality management tools also to drive process improvement. But nowadays, the Lean and Six Sigma have become buzzwords in the management sector. So that's why we have included those two also as a part of your course syllabus.
Great. I hope that answers your question, Matala. Yes, Malata, sorry.
Yes, it does. It does answer my question, but probably just a follow-up question as well, just like where Brian was asking. I would like to know, after having trained in the total quality management course, and you say that the certificate will be given by, I've just forgotten, but from UK, that World Academy is subscribed to.
Mm.
So if I manage to finish this course, will I be able, or let me say us as learners, are we going to be able to offer like consultant services where we coming from in our own countries? And if we do that, what kind are we going to be allowed like to give our own certificates in our own countries?
Well, first of all, we have to understand that this is a diploma level program. This is where you'll be learning, and it's a professional diploma program. So whatever you'll be learning will be for your knowledge and skill development. And that's why we have included these competencies, these areas that needs to be covered. Now, if you are asking about if we can issue certificates, I don't think it would be possible because it needs much more requirements. There are, Mr. Pialaponso can explain even better, like the global requirement that are if you want to do some audits or anything related to quality management, you have to have those certificates from those institutions that are globally accepted. Now, what we are doing is we are providing a very foundation for you to understand what total quality management is all about. I hope that answers your question. Sir, would you like to add anything over here?
Yes, having followed the course, you will gather knowledge about the TQM practices, and you will further learn about how to use these TQM tools in our organization environment. Of course, even though you are not in a position to give a certificate as such, you should be able to do some consultancy work for the companies who has the requirement implementing TQM. So that is depending on your skill set and your experience so far gained being in the industry. This will be a vehicle to getting into some consultancy work and support the other businesses in a professional setup.
Thank you, sir. Yes, any other questions? Any questions regarding the assessment or the modulation? We would welcome that.
Sorry, I didn't raise my hand, but I have a question.
Please go ahead.
The other question I have is, what kind of maybe software or any other tools that we are required to have, more especially when learning other engineering tools like Lean Six Sigma? Any other software we're supposed to have on our gadgets?
Yeah, if you can have the access for Minitab, so we can use some Minitab based for SPC and some statistical tools for data analysis part. Minitab.
Okay. So any other questions? If not, then I would like to gradually conclude today's session by thanking Mr. Pialaponso for explaining the modulation part. And yes, the next session will start on the 4th of January. So if you haven't enrolled in this program as of yet, you can complete your program before this time. Then you can follow up with the pre-course assignment that has been given to on the portal. And then we'll, if everything goes well, we're going to start on the 4th of January, will be the first session. Yeah, this recording, the orientation recording, if you want to share it with people around you, or you think who needs this total quality training, please do share with them. We will be posting it on our YouTube channel. Mr. Nazmul, could you please kindly share the YouTube channel on the chat box so that people can subscribe or follow it, so they get the notification the orientation. So hopefully it's going to be uploaded tomorrow, the recording. Yeah. So with that note, I would like to thanks again, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Pialaponso, for attending today's orientation. And thank you, everyone, for joining today's session and taking the time out. I hope to see you all joining the session. Yeah, and please kindly contact the representative who has given you the orientation link for enrollment process and any other required information. You can also ask them. But if you have done it through another person or from directly from website, do also let us know. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for the explanation. We will be starting the session soon, so hopefully we're going to see all these people joining. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nazmul. Yeah, great. So with that note, we would like to conclude today's session. Good evening, sir. We'll catch up soon. And for that note, happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, wish you the same, David.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Same to you. Bye.